Look, I think it was another varied surface. We were certainly targeting about the 150, so we weren't far away from that. You know, in terms of the game, it ebbed and flowed. At times, we were struggling a little bit. Then we looked like perhaps getting maybe 155, 160, and we got the 140 odd, which you were certainly in the game at the halfway point. And then with the ball in hand, it was fairly similar, where we sort of took wickets, stemmed the flow of runs, and then they sort of built little partnerships. So we did feel if we were able to be at our usual standard in the field, that we could have operated a little bit better, but it's something that we can build on going into the next game. But at the end of the day, it was really nice to fight hard in the field again and come away with the win.
So you lost 7 wickets in the last 5 overs, the first 5 overs. So is that finishes, lack of finishes, or is it
No, it's really important that as bad as we all look to go out and play with that freedom. We have been on surfaces that's been very difficult to do, especially to come in towards the end and do it from ball one, and that has been what's required. So it is really important. We, as best we can, play smart cricket, but at the same time, you're obviously wanting to get as many as you can. So it's not through lack of effort, and it's such a small margin. We were targeting 150, and we were maybe 5 runs off. So moving forward, we off to Delhi now. It'll be another different surface. It's important we adapt and prepare for whatever we're faced with.
What actually changed your approach? So is it the captaincy or the extra responsibility in the absence of everyone? What actually changed your approach? We are just seeing the different version of Kane Williamson.
Different
version of Kane Williamson.
Version?
Yes.
I don't know if I agree with you. I think I'm the same.
Much more striker, better striker.
Okay. So what's the question? Sorry.
What actually changed your approach?
What's changed? That's a very difficult question. I still feel like I'm the same person, Kane. As a player, you go out, try and contribute to the team as best you can in the role that you're given, and that's the focus, and that's the focus for all the players. So it's really important. We all look to do that moving forward.
Last 2 questions.
Hi there. Previous batsman had a very close look at the wicket after the first innings ended. So what was his reading of the pitch, and what did he tell you in the middle innings break?
We didn't have a long conversation. Certainly before the game, we obviously had a good look at the wicket. We felt that it would play similar to the last game. It was certainly a lot lower than the last game, and obviously the slower balls came into effect as well. So I think we saw from both teams they had a hard length where the ball kept low, and then they used their off-pace deliveries. And I thought they bowled very nicely. And you know, the Bangalore side is a very strong side, so we knew coming here we'd have to be on our game, and we weren't far from the perfect performance, but that leaves a lot to try and build on and grow moving forward.
Thank you, Rasta. This year we have a pattern in most of your wins where you squeeze teams in the middle overs. Like, has there been any sort of strategy being discussed specifically to target the middle overs?
What would be great is if we took heaps of wickets early. That's what you're always after, but some of these surfaces, that's been very difficult to do unless batsmen come very, very hard, because they've been on the slower side, and it's hard to bring your slip fielders in. There hasn't been a huge amount of swing, which is what it is. But we've wanted to try and commit to a plan for as long as we can, and we know that when we do it on some of the varied surfaces that we've been playing on, that you can build that pressure, and then things can happen quickly. So the bowling attack has been outstanding, and so is the fielding. Today we weren't at our best perhaps with either, but we saw signs of brilliance from both parts, which I think were the difference in terms of just sneaking across the line today. So the nature of these surfaces, I think, dictate sometimes the sort of fighting, scrappy mentality on them with the bat, with the ball, trying to hammer a length for a period of time, your slow balls, and then you know when you are on these surfaces, fielding becomes that much more important.